Hey everybody. So I've been working at a convenience store on a campus in the heart of a college town for roughly 6 or so years. I work at probably the busiest store in my district because of all of the sales that we receive from our university students. It can get absolutely bonkers inside that store. We it seems like we set sales records about once every few months. Once a quarter, we're setting some kind of sales record. It's because of this that we usually have two cashiers to kind of offset some of the work. One cashier usually takes care of the customers, and the other cashier will usually take care of whatever work the store needs, like making fresh coffee, putting fresh food on the grill, changing out trash, sweeping, mopping. Whatever it takes to make the store presentable is what needs to be done. But on this night, my help never showed up, and I had to go the whole night by myself. The apartment complexes around my store were holding after parties for sorority and fraternity formals, and it was just a really, really, really busy night for me. And about halfway through my shift, I see three really suspicious-looking university students come in my store. But given my years on the job, I really don't like to judge a book by its cover, and I want to give these three guys kind of a benefit of the doubt. In retrospect, however, that couldn't have been a worse assumption on my part, because as soon as I kind of ignored them to go back to whatever I was doing, the three boys decided they were going to make a beer run. For those of you who don't know what a beer run is, it is basically what it sounds like. You go into the store, you grab the beer, you make a run for it, and you hope that the cops don't catch you, or the cashier chasing you doesn't catch you. But usually I would just call the police and file a theft report. But this night was really, really different. I had dealt with so much unnecessary drama from inebriated people. I just kind of lost my temper, and I just took off right after them. And I even had customers in the store at the time. They kind of just stared at me like I was a bit crazy, and they watched me chase these guys who were running away with beer. I'd be lying if I said I caught them. If you can't see, I'm a pretty big guy, and these guys were about 10 years my junior. So after about a block or so, I started to kind of lose steam, and I started to slow down. The guys were starting to kind of lose my sight, and as I slowed down, a guy emerges from behind me running at like track speed, and I was just kind of surprised at that point. I go back into the store, and about 10, 15 minutes later, he comes back in. The guy who ran past me comes in with all the beer that was stolen and names and addresses of the people who stole the beer. It turns out that the guy who chased after the beer thieves was a regular everyday customer of mine, and he's somebody that I've actually befriended over the years of working in the store. So when he saw what was going on, he really couldn't bear to see me get taken advantage of. So I really, really appreciate help from the customers. The cops were called, and I had my vindication, of course. But I ultimately would have to say the moral of the story here would be, don't steal from your local gas station, because you never know when the cashier has a track running buddy hanging around.